Hey guys, it's Heather from Kell of a Plan. I'm here today making a video about my new faith planner. A lot of people have asked how I'm using this faith planner, so I just thought I would make a quick video showing you how I'm doing it. So this is the new faith planner from the Happy Planner. This planner is available online at the Mambi shop, and it's also available at Hobby Lobby. I don't think that it's available at Michael's though, so I'm not 100% positive, but I'm pretty sure that this is a Hobby Lobby exclusive and also on the Mambi shop. It is an 18-month planner that starts in July of 2017, and it is a horizontal planner. So I really wanted to start using this planner now. Now, I will be the first to admit that I do not need another planner. I use like 7 or 8 planners, and I don't need another one. But when I saw this one, I knew right away that I needed this one because I did not have a faith planner, and I'm using it more like a journal than a planner. So that's one thing to keep in mind when you see planners that you want, is to come up with creative ways to use them. It doesn't have to be a planner. You can also turn them into journals. So what I've done is I've taken this faith planner and I've turned it into a journal. But I wanted to use it right away. I didn't want to wait until July. So what I've done is I've split it into 2 planners. So this is the original cover and the original discs, and then I ordered some extra silver discs from the Mambi shop. You can get silver ones online from the Mambi shop. And then I'll go over this planner in a second. So this is the original cover, and what I did was I left 2018 in this planner. So I have the 2018 year at a glance, and then this starts January, okay? So then I have January through December of this planner, which this planner, a few things that I love about this planner. I love the top 5. I love that 2018 is written out like that. I think that's so cute. I love that every week there's a verse up here in the corner. I love that it's horizontal, and I love that it's kind of divided into 2 sections, because I'm thinking this could be a journaling section. This right here could be a verse of the day, a prayer of the day. Just, you know, it's a really great way to separate that out. So I think it's so cute. I love the bright colors. I love, love, love this planner. The dividers are so cute too. And it matches, this planner matches really well with the new Faith sticker book. So it's just really cute. Jana Wilson designed this planner, and she knocked it out of the park. I seriously just can't get enough of it. I probably spend way too much time flipping through this planner. Can I get an amen? It's so cute. So on these discs and with this cover, I just have all of 2018. And this planner right now, it just sits on my shelf because 2018 is still pretty far away. So I don't need it yet. So what I did for 2017, because I really wanted to start it now, but this planner does not start until July. So what I did was, like I said earlier, I got these extra discs, and this is a snap cover from Me and My Big Ideas, which I currently am obsessed with the snap covers. I think I officially love them more than the deluxe covers. Pretty much every single one of my planners is now on a snap cover, except for my mini that's in my purse. So that's besides the point. I'll make a video maybe on the snap cover. Anyway, I also got this band, and if you can shove a pin, it doesn't fit perfectly, but I did shove a pin into that loop so that I always have a pin on this planner. So let's open it up so that I can show you guys what I did. Since I'm leaving the original covers with 2018 so that 2018 stays safe, I needed to order a new cover for 2017. So I got this beautiful cover from Hello Pretty Planner on Etsy. Karina owns that shop, and she's amazing. I've been ordering covers from her pretty much since I started using the Happy Planner, and they're always amazing quality and so cute. So this one had the floral, which you guys know I love floral, and the beautiful lettering, so I just had to have it. So this is the front, and then it came with a matching back cover, and that's the back. So I just think it's so cute. And one thing I love is that it has a feather hidden in there with the floral. Same here, there's a feather, and it says he will cover you with his feathers. So it's just so cute. Anyway, so that's from Hello Pretty Planner. This is the original cover page that came in the planner, and I put it in here with 2017 just because I wanted that to be the first page. And then of course on the back is the year at a glance for 2017, which works out perfectly since this is now a 2017 planner. So these church stickers right here, these are from Whimsy Luxe, which I will link her shop in the description. And they're just little watercolor stickers that say church, but I love them so much and I put them on every Sunday in my planner because they're so cute. This is the new sticker pack that comes pre-punched for me and my big ideas. This is actually the cover page of stickers, but it came off, so I taped it on the back. So I keep this in here so that I always have it right there in case I need a sticker on the go. I added this folder here to the beginning of this planner because I can put things like the little, why can't I think of what this is called? The little booklet that you get at church with all of the upcoming things. And then like if it's a week where we have our offering or our tithe, then I slip that in there so that I have it to put in the offering plate. Okay, so this notes section, I use this to take notes from our Bible class because at the beginning we share prayer requests. And so that's what I use this right here for. Of course, as you can see, we haven't been to Bible class since March 5th because the Sunday after that we were out of town. And then the Sunday after that we had something else going on. And then this Sunday Bible class was canceled. So we just haven't been in a while. But this is what I use that for. I write prayer requests from each week. Then I have some extra notebook paper here in case you'll see how I use this here in a minute once we dive into the planner. So like I said earlier, this planner does not officially start until July. So this divider here is the official first month of the Faith Planner. So as you can see, it's that same layout from what I showed you a second ago. But I really wanted to start it now because I really wanted to go ahead and get in the swing of using this planner, figure out exactly how I want to use it so that by the time July gets here, I was ready to go. So what I did, I wanted to stick with the horizontal layout because that's why I love this Faith Planner. The first Faith Planner that came out was beautiful and it had floral designs and I loved it so much, but I never got it because I think it was the vertical boxes that just threw me off. I couldn't figure out how to use it as a faith journal and I didn't really need another planner, so I just never got it. But as soon as I saw that this one was horizontal, I knew I would have it because it's so easy just to turn it into a journal. So I wanted to go ahead and start it now. So luckily I already had the rose gold horizontal planner. I bought it last year because it was so beautiful and I just couldn't leave it at the store. Originally I was using it to practice my lettering, but that kind of fell to the wayside when things just got crazy busy in the fall. And I really hadn't used it since about October or November. So I had all these extra months. And so I decided to go ahead and put March through June into this planner so that I could go ahead and start using my Faith Planner now because it's horizontal and it was a really good way to get started. So this is March. This is my monthly spread. I added, I decided to go with like a peony theme, so I decorated it. And then the first day of each week, I am keeping track on these stickers of what week of my Bible study that I'm doing for that week, just to kind of remind me when I look back in March, I can easily say like, oh, this is when I was doing Daniel, or this is when I finished the book Seamless. So, and this is the current Bible study that I'm doing right now, Daniel by Beth Moore. I'm just finished week 3 and it's really great. I love this Bible study. So I have this here just to kind of show you in a minute how I take this and put it in here. So anyway, each day of the month, I am putting some verses that stick out from my Bible study for the day. So just like different verses that spoke to me or really made me think, I'm putting those for the day of the week. So that's kind of how I'm using the monthly spread. And I don't know if I'll keep doing it this way. I may change it up. But since this was the first month in my Faith Planner, I just thought I'd try it that way. So this is the first week in my Faith Planner. As you can see, I'm using it more as a journal than a planner. And every day I kind of write different things. Like here, I kind of wrote about what week 6 in this Bible study was going to be about. On Monday, I just wrote out a verse that from the study that really spoke to me. Here I have like a short little prayer, some notes about Paul's letters, and then a verse. Here's just like a little thought from the Bible study. I'll talk about this here in a second. Here is just some notes from the Bible study, another prayer, some notes about the book of Revelation. And then on Sunday, I just put plans for our church plans. So Sunday on this week, I didn't necessarily do any journaling, but I still used it as a faith thing. And then this is that notebook paper I was talking about earlier. And what I did was I took a piece and I just popped it into this week. And these are my sermon notes from Sunday morning. So I put the date, I put what sermon series we were doing, what number it was in the series, and then who was preaching. Because we have a main pastor, but then we have like an associate pastor who preaches when our main pastor is at another campus or out of town. And so I like to notate who taught that week. So then I just took all of my sermon notes for the week, and then these are notes from Bible class that week. And then I popped them straight into the week that they were taken so that it's all right there together. So I love that this week is all together. Then the next week, I basically did the same thing. So basically on the dailies, I either write a prayer, some notes from my Bible study for the day, or I write out a verse. And it just kind of depends. I kind of do my Bible study, and at the end of it, I just write what spoke to me the most, because then, because basically what I'm thinking is that when I'm done with this Bible study is probably just going to go on my bookshelf, and I may not ever look at it again. But when it's in this planner, I can easily flip to a week and read, oh, this verse spoke to me, or oh, this was some notes that I learned that day. So that's kind of what I'm thinking there. Then part of this Bible study is each week there's a video that you watch before you actually do the Bible study. And so here I took notes from the first video session. And then here I took notes from the second video session, because I actually did this one on Monday and I did this one on Sunday. So that's why it's in the same week, because I did it in the same week. So I hope that makes sense, that I'm just like taking notes. Sometimes this is a quote that I copied directly from the Bible study. So those are just kind of notes that I'm taking from this study. Okay, so this is the next week where, again, so let me show you an example from this book. So let's say this was day 1 of week 3. So I would have read all of day 1. And as you can see, I underline things. I write things out to the side. And then when I finish day 1 is when I kind of flip back and I'm like, okay, from day 1, what do I want to remember? Like, what stuck out to me the most? What is something that really spoke to me? What is something that I think God really wants me to remember from this day of study? And so then I would have gone here and written it. So like here, the theme of Daniel, this is a quote. So I hope that kind of makes sense. And then here on Thursday, in my Bible study, the Bible study asks us to memorize this verse, Daniel chapter 2, verses 20 through 23. And I wrote out why it wanted us to remember that verse, because it's a perfect praise for answered prayer. And then what I did over here was I took another one of those half sheets and I wrote out the verse here so that I have it. I knew it was so long that I knew it wouldn't fit over here, so I wrote it out here so that I easily have it to refer to. And then there was an activity where you were supposed to circle words and put hearts around words. So that's what all that is. So that's what I use this for. And then this is my sermon notes for the week. If you notice this week, I had notes from the video, but I didn't have sermon notes. That's because we were out of town that week. But then here I'm back to sermon notes. So that's what this page is. And then here you can see that cute sticker from Whimsy Luxe with the little church. I think it's really cute. I use these just to notate some prayer requests that I heard at church. Again, notes from my Bible study. All right, and then this is the current week that I just finished, because today's Sunday, even though you won't see this video for a couple days on my YouTube channel, I'm filming it on Sunday. So this is the current week. And again, I wrote out just notes from each day, things that I thought God was speaking to me. Like here, this was a verse that just really hit me. This week was actually week 4 or week 3 of Daniel, was a really good study about, it was talking about thinking of ourselves more than others. And one day was talking about like when we make ourselves look better than we really are, and we're building an image for ourselves, kind of like Nebuchadnezzar built an image of gold. Like, do we build ourselves up and make ourselves seem better than we really are just so that people will like us? And it really hit me that a lot of us do that on social media. We make ourselves look better. We put our best foot forward, and we're not necessarily real with each other. So it was just like really humbling, I guess, to read this week. And then it also talked about how sometimes when you have low self-esteem and you think lower of yourself, that can also be a stumbling block. Anyway, I'm getting off task. It was just this was probably my favorite week so far in this study. So anyway, here, these are extra notes from one of the days that couldn't fit here, but it was a point that I really wanted to remember. And so I wrote it out because I think that sometimes writing out the points from my study really helps me to remember it and apply it. And instead of just reading it one time, like the actual process of writing it down, I feel like makes it stick in my head and in my heart a little bit better. So anyway, also, I really love this quote here. It says, constantly thinking little of ourselves is still constantly thinking of ourselves. I really like that because, anyway. So, these are the notes from because again, I told you that this Daniel study has video that you watch before you do the study. So, these are my notes from the session 3 video, and I thought it was fun to do a fun, bright color this week. And then these are my notes from the church service today. And then again, this verse really spoke to me, so I wrote it out. I really like this quote from my Bible study yesterday, so I wrote it out. And then here on Sunday, you can see that I wrote out our church plans. And then I just wrote a little, like, the most important note that I got from the sermon series today. And then I wrote out some prayer requests. So now I'm going to show you next week. Next week this is what it looks like before I write anything in it. So I kind of stick some stickers in a few places. I try not to go too crazy because I do still want to have the option of journaling where I want to journal. So I really like the blue color. I think it'll be a fun week to fill out. So this is what I will start with next week. So that is how I have been using my faith planner. I like to call it more of a faith journal than a faith planner, but that's how I've been using it for this first month. So if you are using a faith planner or a faith journal, I would love to hear how you're using yours. Maybe give me some other ideas of how I could use mine. So you could talk about that in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, you like what you saw, I hope that you'll hit the like button. If you want to see more, I hope that you'll hit the subscribe button, and happy planning.